Hi, welcome back to Storytime with Susan. We are finishing our book today, Nancy Drew and the Clue Crew and the Fashion Disaster. Again, we are concluding our book and reading the last chapter, chapter 10. So let's finish up. Nancy held the spyglass as Bess and George looked through it. They read the words to themselves. Wow, Bess said. No wonder Rusty knew Lola's secret, George whispered. He volunteered at the Valley View shelter. What are you doing? Maya called. The girls turned to Maya. Question, Nancy said. Is Lola a shelter dog? Maya froze with a hairbrush in her hand. Then she shook her head. Shelter dog, she said. Ha ha, very funny. Then what's a shelter crate doing in Lola's puppy picture? Nancy asked. Maya's eyes popped open wide. She glanced at the picture and shook her head. The puppy in the picture isn't Lola, she said. That's some Lola wannabe from the Valley View shelter. We were giving her diva lessons and Nancy folded her arms across her chest. Maya's voice cracked as she tried again. I needed a crate for arts and crafts project, Maya said quickly. So I went to the Valley View shelter and Maya's eyes darted around the room. They finally landed on Nancy. Okay, Maya sighed. My parents adopted Lola as a puppy at the Valley View shelter. So I guess that does make her a... Maya gulped hard. She opened her mouth, but all that came out was a squeak. Go ahead, say it, Nancy said gently. That makes her a shelter dog, Maya blurted. There, are you happy now? Lola began licking Maya's face. Somebody seems to be, Nancy giggled. But why was it such a big secret? Bess asked. Yeah, George said. Adopting homeless dogs is a great thing. It started when Lola got famous, Maya said. I didn't think anyone would buy calendars and cards from a shelter dog. So I made up a fancy story to go with Lola's fancy life. I begged my parents to go along with it, and they did. Tears filled Maya's eyes as she petted Lola. Lola may be a French poodle, Maya sniffed. But she's never even been to France, not even to Paris, Texas. Maya buried her face in Lola's coat. She began to sob loudly. Don't cry, Maya, Nancy said. Lola's story is even better now. It is? Asked Maya. Her voice sounded muffled through Lola's fur. Sure, Nancy said. Most people don't know you can adopt purebred dogs at shelters, or puppies that can grow up to become superstars, just like Lola. Maya choked back the tears as she looked up. Don't you see, Maya? Nancy went on excitedly. Lola is just like Cinderella. I get it, George said. It's like she went from wags to riches. This time even Bess laughed at George's dog joke. Lola the Cinderella dog, Maya declared. She nodded her head. I like it. I like it. So do I, Nancy told Bess and George. Not only is Lola's secret out, but the Clue Crew solved another case. It's just like a fairy tale, Bess swooned. Nancy, Bess, and George stood outside the rollover rescue shelter. They gazed at Lola, dressed in a white, lacy doggy gown and silver tiara. She made the perfect Cinderella and the perfect poster pup for Adopt a Shelter Dog Day. While the Bow Wow Brigade walked adoptable dogs, Maya chatted with a news reporter. Is it true, the reporter asked. Did Lola the diva dog really come from a shelter? Oh yes, Maya said. She looked straight into the camera. I guess you can say she went from rags to riches. That was my joke, George muttered. Peter came over with Huey on a leash. Nancy couldn't believe her eyes. Instead of pulling Peter, the big Newfie was walking calmly at his side. What happened to Huey? Asked George. When I told Mayor Strong about Huey and the biscuits, he decided to send him to obedience school, Peter explained. Now Huey is an A student. Way to go, Huey, Nancy cheered. She jumped back before Huey could drool on her sneaker. Nancy, Bess, George, a voice called. Nancy turned. It was Nicky, walking a small, pointy-eared dog on a leash. Look at my new dog, exclaimed Nicky. I thought you couldn't have a dog because of your allergic brother, Nancy said. No problem, said Nicky. Meet Enrique, a Mexican hairless. I never met a bald dog before, Bess said. No hair, no sneeze, explained Nicky. Wow, George said. I guess there is a dog out there for everyone. Next came the moment the girls had been waiting for. Vincent, dressed like a fairy tale prince, got down on one knee as he fitted Lola with a crystal clear doggy shoe. Glass slippers can be bought at the Funky Fido Boutique, Patsy Ray announced. Get a pair for your princess pup while supplies last. Nancy turned to smile at her best friends. This fairy tale had a happy ending, she said, thanks to the Clue crew. I guess we are good detectives, Bess said. Are you kidding? George said with a grin. We're doggone good. Well, everything turned out well in the end. Anyways, this is such a good book. Again, like I said, I've been reading Nancy Drew books since I was a little girl. So pick these up. Again, they're great books, great mysteries, and Nancy always solves them in the end. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you on the next round of videos. Have a great day.